Hey ladies and gentlemen, Christoph the Polish Geek, and welcome to the review of A Haunting in Venice, a new movie that is an adaptation of a Agatha Christie novel, although they changed the title since original novel was called Halloween Party, and they also moved the action from London to Venice, and I actually love the setting of Venice. The movie was actually great. I really had a good time watching the movie, and I was hooked in and engaged through and through. I had a really good time watching this movie. And I have to say, so far, of the 3 Agatha Christie adaptations, including Murder on the Orient Express and last year's Death of the Nile, I actually think that this one is actually my favorite of the 3 so far. I also really enjoyed The Crooked House from 2017, although that one isn't really part of the series since it didn't really include Detective Poirot. So yeah, of the 3 recent adaptations with Detective Poirot, this one is by far my favorite one. Although Death on the Nile from last year was decent too. I've only read very few Agatha Christie novels, and I certainly have not read Halloween Party, but I've considered picking the book now because I really enjoyed this movie. First, the performances are actually really good. Like Kenneth Branagh as Poirot, he's excellent in the role. He was already excellent in Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express, and here he continues being excellent in the role of Poirot. He is Poirot, he's simply excellent. And another thing I really liked in the movie is the mystery and the atmosphere, the style. The action taking place in Venice, I think, is simply excellent. And I think Venice is a perfect setting for a story of Agatha Christie novel. I really love the dark atmosphere in the movie, and it was so haunting, fitting. This is a title called Haunting in Venice, and I was wary actually of using supernatural elements in the adaptation based on the Agatha Christie novel, which are supposed to be very much like realistic murder mysteries. But to my surprise, I actually thought that the usage of supernatural and ghosts was actually very well done here. I will not spoil how. This is something you have to find out for yourself by watching the movie. But I really loved the way they were used. It actually made perfect sense, and I thought it was pretty excellent. So, good job here, Kenneth Branagh. And also, I already said I love the atmosphere, and I also love that throughout the whole movie, with the exception of beginning and end, there is no day during the movie. The whole movie takes place at night, and more specifically, and is confined almost very much to a house in Venice, because that's Poirot's way of figuring out who murdered a girl named Alicia. And of course, in a famous Agatha Christie fashion, the twist was very unexpected. This is a perfect example that Agatha Christie still doesn't fail to surprise me with her twists, because her twists are simply excellent. They are so unpredictable. As a result, you never even predict anything, because Agatha Christie twists are just too unpredictable. And that's why whenever I watch a movie or read her book or watch a movie based on any of her books, at this point I just completely go in blind and try not to speculate anything, because ultimately her twists are just super unpredictable, and I love it all the more for it. And I will certainly not tell you who the culprit was in this movie. That's another thing you have to really find out for yourself. Just know that twist is excellent. And also, another thing I love about the movie is all the conversations that Poirot had with all the suspects, and all were really interesting, and they kept me on the edge of my seat through and through. And throughout the whole movie, I was very much engaged through and through, and I was really wondering where this is all going. And as I already just said, the twist was excellent. Overall, Haunting in Venice is a really great movie and a great adaptation of the Agatha Christie novel, even though admittedly that's one of those novels I haven't read, but I really love the movie. And by far, of all the recent 3 adaptations of, 4 if you count Crooked House, but if you only count the adaptations with Poirot, of the recent 4 adaptations of Agatha Christie novel, including Crooked House, Death on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express, A Haunting in Venice is by far my favorite one. Yeah, that's right. Like, I think all four of those movies were actually pretty good, but A Haunting in Venice now is by far my favorite. And I'm kind of now hoping maybe they will continue with the Agatha Christie adaptations, because Kenneth Branagh is simply excellent as Poirot, and all four of the movies were so far very good, actually. And this one, as I just said, is by far my favorite one, with its excellent, creepy, dark atmosphere in Venice, and the setting in Venice was also excellent. So yeah, and here are my ultimately thoughts on A Haunting in Venice. And do yourself a favor and go see this movie, especially if you like murder mysteries. You'll not be disappointed. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Please press the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I will talk to you soon in another video. Talk to you later, bye!